Hey crochet friends, welcome to Sugar Joye. Today I'm going to show you how to make this fantastic mesh and puff stitch blanket that I made using my sister's, actually my niece's pattern at Daisy Farm Crafts. And if you would like the pattern, you can go to daisyfarmcrafts.com and I will provide the link in the description box. And Daisy Farm Crafts patterns are known and loved for their easy to follow instructions and beautiful, uncomplicated designs. You can follow Tiff on Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube, of course. And if you're interested in crochet design and a little bit of chit chat, you can join Tiff and I for Crochet Sister Chat, where Tiff and I get together and talk design and what we're working on. And if you have questions or need help with any Daisy Farm Crafts pattern, you can join the Daisy Farm Crafters Facebook group, where there are many people, over 83,000 and counting, to help you or to share your projects with. Okay, so the yarn that I used for this project is called Bernat Maker, and it is available at Joann's, but it's also available online from yarnspirations.com. And I have had some success finding yarn that they're out of stock of, from Amazon. And so the one thing that I did differently from the pattern, which, by the way, if you would like to get my sister's book, it has 55 crochet patterns, and it is available on Amazon. And she also has the 25 crochet baby blanket patterns too. So as we come into the season of gift giving, here's a couple of ideas for you. But you don't have to buy anything. Tiffany has set up everything so that you can get any pattern that she has designed and her daughter for free on her website, daisyfarmcrafts.com. And you can get a free downloadable PDF of the pattern. So the one thing I changed about the pattern was the yarn, which is this Bernat Maker yarn. And so this is a heavier gauge yarn. So I used the recommended hook size, which is 8mm. This yarn is just so nice to work with, and I really like working with this hook too and doing all of the puff stitches that are in this pattern, because everything just slides along really, really nicely, and it makes it such an enjoyable project to do. So this yarn is just perfect. In the original pattern, she used a 5.5mm hook, and she used a smaller gauge yarn as well. So I followed her stitch count exactly, and so I got a bigger blanket out of it than this one is more baby blanket size, and this one is more Lapghan size. It comes out to be 5 feet by 4 feet. Approximately, give or take, depending on how tight your tension is. And I tend to be a little bit loose. So, and I used a total of 5 skeins. Also, if you're not familiar with using this kind of yarn, it feeds from the outside instead of from the center of the skein. So I've driven myself crazy a couple of times trying to get it out of the middle, and it just doesn't work. So you feed from the outside. So the pattern calls for 120 chain 120 or any even stitch. So I followed it exactly, and I chained 120. For our sample, we're just going to go ahead and chain 18. So we are going to start right off the bat doing a mesh stitch. And we start into the 4th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we just do a regular single crochet. 2, 3, 4. And then we chain 1, skip 1, and do another single crochet. This is one of my very favorite stitches. It is so relaxing. And as you will see, the texture is just lovely. So chain 1, skip 1, single crochet. And when we get to the end of the row, we're going to end with a single crochet and chain 2. On a moss stitch, where we work the stitch is in the chain space. 1 single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1. And we're going to do that for 7 rows. Example, I've just done 2 rows here. And for the puff stitch row, let's just pretend you've done 7 rows. You chain 2, and then instead of just doing a single crochet into your chain space, we're going to do a puff stitch. And a puff stitch is yarn over, insert your hook, pull through 1, yarn over, 2, 3, and 4. And you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 loops on your hook, and then you pull all the way through. And this is where the plastic hook, the Susan Bates hook, or no, this is Clover, I think, actually, is great because it just makes it so easy. So, and then we do our chain 1 is there, it secures the top of the puff. And so you skip this one and we go into the next chain space, yarn over once, 2, 3, 4, pull through, chain 1, and then we do it again, and you just go across the row. When we get to the end of the row, we do a single crochet in the last space. Now, I found from going back and forth between the puff and the mesh that I actually liked working into the stitch there. It seemed to anchor it a little bit better into place, but it's up to you. You can also work the space just like that as well, and then chain 2. But I just thought it was just a little more stable working it on the end. Turn and go back to doing the mesh stitch. You just work this space right here with a single crochet, chain 1, skip, and we're back in business. So the pattern is written with 2 sections, one of 3 rows of puff stitch and one with 1 row of puff stitch. But it's super fun. It's very relaxing. I hope you enjoy it, and make sure to check out the description box for all the links.